Hello and welcome to this webinar. My name is Aili Sharif, one of the co-creators for CIRCL Mobility. We would like to go through the business objectives, what a CIRCL Mobility class looks like, the CIRCL Mobility Instructor Training, which is our on-demand licensing program, and our CIRCL Mobility Instructor Network. Why a new program? Now, joint mobilization has gained credibility in recent years. Muscle recovery has become equally important as working out and is also a foundation for a better overall performance. We would like to offer a mobility and recovery group fitness class unlike any other in the market, providing you, our gym partners, with a class to help acquisition and retention efforts, meaning a new class will also bring in new clients. Now let's look at the class. For that, I would like to play a video.
In this life, we only get one body. Keep it moving. Introducing CIRCL Mobility, the program designed to help you release stress, restore your range of motion, and renew your ability to move your body the way it's intended to. Whether you're a fitness enthusiast, a busy mom, or a 9-to-5-er, unlocking your body's potential is possible with CIRCL Mobility.
CIRCL Mobility will unlock the body's full potential. Now, our class is built as following. We will always have flexibility and mobility element, breathwork, and mindfulness moving. Now, breathwork is very important. We know now, scientifically proven, that with breathing, you can calm your nervous system. So tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system as well. With breathing exercises, there's different benefits within our bodies. You can even make your blood more acidic or alkaline. Now, in our CIRCL Mobility class, we will have mobility elements, which are more dynamic. We go through movements with enough repetitions for the participants to learn the move and go through it very fluently. We will also put those movements together in one flow. And so after practicing those movements, going into that state of flow, which is all about just forgetting your surroundings, just be in the here and the now. We'll also have flexibility movements, which are more static movements, so holding the stretch, which is very important to lengthen, to achieve a bigger range of motion, again, with mobility and flexibility. And everything is created to an amazing soundtrack with healing tones and sound frequencies. This will help your mind focus and release stress. And so CIRCL Mobility is for everyone, for a busy mom, a 9-to-5-er, a person that works out hard, somebody that just needs to release stress, restore the range of motion, maybe having some issues within the bodies, meaning that maybe some injuries that can also help. So we are all about releasing, that means reduce stiffness and tension to feel the best, about restoring, which helps speed up recovery while also improving balance and focus, and about renewing, that's similar to your body's nervous system to enhance muscle activation and circulation. Now, mobility again plays a vital role in one's health and daily functioning. Increased mobility just means a better quality of living. So that means whatever it is running faster, training harder, just do day-to-day movements with your kids, playing around, going for grocery shopping. So we know that a lot of people, because of the sedentary life, we sit a lot, even kids, children, teenagers, we're on our computers, on our phones, we work maybe the full day in an office. And so we know that there's challenges within the body and that are a lot of stiffness, that there's a lot of injuries, back problems, things like that. And with increased mobility, we just have a better quality of life. Now, here are some examples. So for mobility training, it's increased range of motion and as well flexibility that can have an increased range of motion. Again, for maybe things that you do on a daily basis, maybe within your workout, achieving the goal that you want to, Mobility and flexibility works hand in hand, and it's very important. So you're working into your active range of motion and also within your passive range of motion. I always explain mobility in that way. Our joints are here or should be able to move freely. And so let's take a ball and socket joint, which could be maybe your hip joint. And your hip joint is made to move freely in all of the ranges of motion possible. But with, again, our sedentary lifestyle, with, again, working out a lot and not going into that recovery and restoring, from the ability to move freely, everything comes stuck and the joints are not able to move anymore. And what mobility work, what we're trying or what we're doing with CIRCL Mobility is gaining back the range of motion, so gaining back the ability to be able to move freely. Also, better postures. We see that a lot of people have bad postures, again, because of the lifestyle that they have. And this is just because we live in a certain way, again, on the computers. We don't have enough time to work out. And we see that there's a lot of postures, challenges, maybe even injuries, a lot of pain. And with mobility movement, flexibility movement, you can improve your posture as well. Now, the class format, we provide with 2 different class format, which means a standalone class or an additional cool down, which is an extended cool down to your, let's say, any other class that you already teach. So let's look at the 30 or 60-minute standalone class. This class you can teach on its own, meaning you can put a new class on your schedule, or you can also pair it with another 30-minute class. Let's say you're doing a Strong Nation 30-minute class, then you can add a CIRCL Mobility 30-minute class to it. Or again, just put it as a standalone. We provide now from June 1st with a 60-minute standalone class because we see that a lot of participants just love the mobility, the flexibility, and would like to extend it. Now, you also have the possibility to add as a 12-minute cooldown. That means any other existing classes that you have, whatever that is, a strength class, a dance class, a conditioning class, maybe the cooldown is very short and you can take a 12-minute CIRCL Mobility to add on, which again has more mobility movement, flexibility movement, which helps them recover faster and better. And so they're ready for the next workout. And so these 2 are really great. You can also start with the 12-minute CIRCL Mobility class, additionally to any other class, to get people see what CIRCL Mobility is with the music, with the movements, easy to follow, feeling so much better, which makes them want more. And then you can add a standalone 30 or 60-minute class. Now, the music in CIRCL Mobility is very unique. We have our own music producers that creates music for CIRCL Mobility. Setting the tone for your class means creating a relaxing vibe and atmosphere for your students. And CIRCL Mobility also incorporates many of the cross-level development patterns that help strengthen and continues between brain's 2 hemispheres. So we know neuroplasticity, which is very, very important. We know now that science says that the more people do different kind of things, which challenges them, which can be challenging within routines, that we create more neuroplasticity. And we know now with all of the challenges with diseases within the brain, that neuroplasticity can help prevent it. And so with CIRCL Mobility, with the different movement patterns, we have that as well. Now, how does that work? We use binaural beats or isotonic tones. And we know now that our brain works within the different brain waves. We have the alpha brain waves, the beta brain waves, the gamma brain waves. So there are different brain frequencies. Now we know that to go into a more relaxing state within our body, we should be into a relaxing brain wave, which is around 8 till 12 hertz. Now, how can we do that? We can do that with music, meaning the binaural beat will create 1 hertz, that could be about 30 hertz, and will create another type of hertz, which can be 40 hertz. So a slower and a faster. Now the brain gets this both hertz and creates a delta, which is 10 hertz. With the creation of the delta of 10 hertz, it will put the brain state into that 10 hertz, which is more of a relaxing and release state, which again helps for the participants coming into a CIRCL Mobility class to be more in a complete recovered state, tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system and just releasing and relaxing, which we want because we don't want them to create any of those adrenaline, of those hormones that are, hyping them up. We want them to calm down and relax. Now, our CIRCL Mobility instructor training and our ongoing support. This is an on-demand licensing program. For that, I would like to play another video.
Tap into one of the hottest trends in fitness. Reach a new audience, expand your class offerings, and increase your income. Introducing CIRCL Mobility. Help your students move better, longer. Take the 6 till 8 hour on-demand licensing program at home on your schedule. Learn the science behind CIRCL Mobility, how to customize your classes, and how to use music and movement patterns. Teach 2 unique formats: a 12-minute cool down in your current classes or a 30-minute standalone mobility class. When you complete the licensing program, you'll get your 6-month teaching license. But when you join the CIRCL, our instructor network, your license to teach won't expire. 1 month, you'll receive the music and movement patterns for a new 30-minute class. And the next, you'll receive the 12-minute format. You'll get bi-monthly knowledge capsules to continue your mobility and flexibility education. The ability to post your classes on circlemobility.com, branded marketing materials to promote your classes, like social media templates and customizable printables. Plus, connect with the CIRCL global community to ask questions, network, and continue your journey together. Take your fitness career full circle. Become an instructor.
All right. So when the instructor takes the on-demand licensing program and finalizes or finish it, they will get the license to teach CIRCL Mobility for 6 months. And with that, they will get one routine, which is our My First Class, which is the 30-minute and the 12-minute. The 60-minute we'll be adding on later, as I already told you. Now, becoming a CIRCL Mobility instructor is very important because you will get ongoing support, meaning the 30-minute class format and the 12-minute ongoing each month. We provide you with, again, this unique music, sound, healing frequencies within the class. You will get the movement patterns, and you will get the whole instructional video where they can also learn how to cue the class. So you will have the badge showcasing that you are a licensed CIRCL Mobility instructor. You will get the on-demand videos. You will get the manual. You will also get or have an access to a library with more movement pattern. Why? Because the instructor can adapt any movement pattern towards their participants. So that means if one movement pattern is maybe too challenging or the participants cannot do a certain move, the instructors are absolutely free to adapt it according to a guideline. So they do not need to do exactly that movement pattern. Also, we will show repetitions. We do 3 reps of one certain movement pattern. They can also just slow it down, do 2 reps. We maybe have movements back to back, 2 or 3 movements. If that is too challenging, they can just do 1 or 2 movements back to back. So they are absolutely free to customize it as long as they follow our guidelines. Now, again, as a CIRCL Mobility instructor within our licensing program, they will get, again, monthly routines and music to keep the class fresher. So we always come up with great new routines and movements. They have knowledge capsules, which I am a big favorite for, because I always think we have to educate ourselves before we can educate others. And so with this knowledge capsules, they're like small knowledge snacks, which gives them the understanding within overall active recovery. So we had just a knowledge capsule about what is active recovery. We have a knowledge capsule about breath work, breath holds. We will have different types of knowledge capsule about for example, cold exposure. So anything what is out there within the health and fitness industry, we want to provide our instructors with those information. Again, compromised so they can listen, hear it several times if they wish to, and also get the understanding why it is so important. And also we have our CIRCLmobility.com web page, and they will can get their class posted. They can teach it virtually, online, in the gyms, as a CIRCL Mobility instructor. Now, I would like to show you just a few slides how the on-demand licensing program looks like, and I think it's just fantastic, amazing, the work the company has put in. It looks very great, and also we know that a lot of instructors are very maybe a little bit afraid, because how digestible is it? There's a lot of information within the anatomy, within the bodies, and we created it in a way that is super digestible, easy to follow and understand. So you can see, for example, here we talk about the nervous system, our nervous system, and we put it in a way that it's, again, very understandable, that we have, you know, the different types of peripheral and the central nervous system. They always get quizzed after each module, but again, it's very easy, understandable, and digestible, and also going through what happens within the nervous system. So what things the nervous system controls, and that we have our fight and flight, so our sympathetic and parasympathetic, which is our rest digest, and with CIRCL Mobility, we want to tap into the rest and digest mode. We look at different things like breath work, why it's important to breathe, breathe long inhales, breath holds, and different kind of breathing exercises that can expand your lung volumes, work within the intercostal muscles, and increase nitric oxide, which is very important. So we go through those kind of things. We talked already about sound healing, which is very important because of frequencies. We want to bring them down into that frequency where they're relaxed and where they can work within the state of flow, which is one part of CIRCL Mobility. Also, what we went through is, we know that joints can be very difficult in that sense. Okay, flexion, extension, lateral flexion, axial extension, where the instructors go like, oh my God, can I actually remember that? Do I understand that? And so we created symbols. Rather than telling them to go into a flexion extension, we tell them go into a certain symbol. So do a circle, which could be, for example, an arm circle working within the shoulders. You can do a wave, which could be a spinal wave working in flexion extension. So we created those symbols, and also working within, we call our joints our macro and micro movers. So the macro movers are the bigger, larger group, which is the shoulders, the spine, and the hips. And then we have our micro movers, which are the ankles, the wrists, elbows, and the knees. And both equally important, but the macro mover, we need a bit more movement in those than the micro movers. You can maybe also have the idea of the macronutrients and micronutrients. So we took that idea and bring it in with our different patterns to, again, to make it easy to understand and for the instructor to adapt their own classes. We talk about fascia, which is a word that now you hear everywhere within the health and fitness industries, what the fascia does, and the hydration of the fascia, the elasticity and plasticity about it. And again, in an easy and fun way with all of these visuals, so for our instructors to understand. We have, and I went a little bit forward, so here you can see all the roles of the joints, because each joint has a different role. One joint, some joints are here for stability, and any other joints are here for mobility, and so we give them the understanding. Also, how to cue to make it easy. So, for example, the action verb. So, bring the body part, your hand in a direction in front of your mat. So, again, giving them very easy and very simple and understanding tools for them to teach CIRCL Mobility classes. And we also look in different types of where a lot of, let's say, science-based movement comes from. So, example, cars, maybe you heard about it, controlled articular rotation. We integrate those cars within CIRCL Mobility, within our CIRCL Mobility classes. So how can you implement the class this format into your gyms. So it's very important for you to understand that you as a gym, you won't pay any license because the license is within the instructor. The instructor is a licensed CIRCL Mobility instructor, and they pay the license. So for you as a gym, it is actually totally free. The instructor takes the OnDemand licensing program and then can teach CIRCL Mobility in your gyms. And we suggest you can teach it in one way. Again, add the 12-minute to any existing class that instructor teaches within your gym. That can be, again, any kickboxing type workout, that can be a conditioning workout, that can be a weighted program, that can be Zumba, that can be Strong Nation, and just add that 12 minutes on. The participants will feel the difference. They feel much better recovered, and again, ready to start the next workout the next day or the day after. With that, they will see what CIRCL Mobility is, and then you can add on a standalone class. Again, 30-minute or later on a 60-minute. We see a lot of success with 30-minute formats that can be HIIT type of formats like Strong Nation, and then adding a 30-minute CIRCL Mobility class to it. And so this could be how you can bring it within your gyms. And for that, thank you so much for listening. I hope we could give you some insights with this amazing format. I do have to say, doing all the researches with the company, seeing what it's out there, there's no class out there which is within this format. That is a group fitness class guided with great music that you have, again, breathwork, mobility, flexibility, and it's built up very nicely. There's a lot of reps, and then you're going to put that together into a flow, and then you have a mindful ending that can be, again, moving mindfully within ranges of motions, having a mindful closing, another breath work. And so it is a really great class that you sure should bring into your gyms. Thank you so much. For any questions, do please reach out to us.